Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The woke mob has broken another liberal who dares to speak out against the far left agenda. And that is what happened to Macy Gray, who dared state biological facts about men and women that the far left did not like, particularly the LGBTQ community, or more specifically, really the T's, okay? Because I think it's at the point now where lumping in all of LGBTQ with the T's is probably not accurate, right? It seems like the T's have their own agenda separate from everybody else, okay? And again, Miss Macy Gray dared to go on Piers Morgan and to, again, state her opinion on what it means to be a woman. Basically saying that, look, just because you change your body parts, okay, that doesn't make you a woman, okay? You would think that that statement will be non-controversial in 2022, especially coming from a biological woman. However, that's not the case, okay? As the woke mob went after her. Now, keep in mind, it's not like Macy Gray is some type of conservative or Republican, anything like that. She is the same woman that came out here and said that we need to redesign the American flag or something like that, right? Like the American flag needs to be redone, okay? So again, she's woke, right? She's just not woke enough. And because she's not woke enough, the mob came after her. And unsurprisingly, she folded to the mob because she is now bending over at the altar of wokeness like they all do when they get attacked for their opinions, and she's basically issuing a groveling apology to the mob, right? Because of the comments that she made on Piers Morgan's show. And it is quite sad to listen to her walk back her comment in this clip right here that she did following her interview with Piers Morgan. Take a look.
We're back with Grammy-winning singer Macy Gray. She came onto the music scene more than 2 decades ago, and now Macy's getting ready to drop her latest album. It is called The Reset. She is going to be performing one of the songs off that album in just a few minutes. Macy, yeah. It's good to see you. I've actually felt like I've seen a lot of you in the past few days recently. Yeah. You were on the Piers Morgan show, and there was a question about trans women. And this was what you said in part. As a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. If you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want, but that doesn't make you a woman. Just because I call you a her, just because you've got a surgery, you can call yourself whatever you want. There was a wave of backlash that came as a result. Just tell me where you are right now on that statement.
Well, I never, of course, meant to hurt anybody with what I said. I'm actually a huge, I think it takes a lot of courage to be yourself, to go out in the world and be honest about who you are. And so I think anyone who is in the LGBT community is a hero and sets an example for all of us with that, you know? So I said some things that didn't go over well. But my intention was never to hurt anybody. I feel bad that I did hurt some people, and I think it's you know, just about education. It's about conversation and us getting to a point where we understand each other, and that only happens with, you know, I've learned a lot through this. Mm-hmm. So I think that was one of the reasons it might have happened. Just it was a huge learning experience for me, and I just have a compassion for you know what I think you can, like I said in there, you can call yourself what, like you whoever you believe you are, mm-hmm. and no one can dictate that for you or take that away from you. You know.
I think life is an education process. The more you sit with people, the more you talk to people, it changes your perspective. So has your perspective changed, do you feel?
I've learned so much, and I think, you know, being a woman is a vibe, and it's something mm-hmm. I'm very proud of, and it's very precious to me, and I think that if you, in your heart, feel that that's what you are, then that's what you are, regardless of what anybody says mm-hmm. or thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but yeah, I've learned a lot, absolutely. And I'm glad I did, because now I know.
Well, thank you for clearing that up, because I think people got confused, and people sometimes you realize that through education, you feel differently about things.
All right. Wow. Okay, that's all I can say. There's a couple things that she said there that just blew my mind. First and foremost, anybody in the LGBTQ community is a hero, is what she stated. That's just like stating any black person or all black people are heroes, or anybody who claims to be oppressed, okay, or that has faced discrimination in this country historically. They're heroes, right? You're heroes simply because of your skin color, who you like to sleep with, right? Your genitals. You're a hero just because of that, right? You don't actually have to perform any acts of bravery or actually be a real hero or anything like that. Just simply you're a hero based off your identity. Absolutely incredible stuff, right? She also said that being a woman is a vibe, right? You being a woman is a vibe. You can be whoever you want to be, right? Which means that, if I say that I'm Goku from Dragon Ball Z, I am in fact Goku, right? I am Goku from Dragon Ball Z because it's a vibe, right? I'm on a certain vibe. Wow. She reminds me of that, some of these trans women that say, they have the female spirit, right? They got the spirit of a woman, right? That's why they're a woman. They got this spirit going on. This, it's a spiritual thing. Incredible stuff, man. I mean, this, is at the point where it's a ritual. Like, it literally is a ritual because it happens the same way every single time, right? I don't care who it is, okay? Even somebody like Joe Rogan, right? The mob comes after them for saying something, right? Like Joe Rogan's case, he said the N-word, okay? The N-word with the ER, but he was quoting other people when he said it, right? He also made jokes that, some people find to be racially insensitive or whatever, right? And he issued a groveling apology to the mob, even though there was nothing to really apologize for. Same thing with this woman right here. She's issuing a groveling apology to the mob, talking about how she's learned and, this is an experience and, blah, 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 blah. It's all the same. And I don't really understand, why do people do this? Why? I don't get it, right? What did you actually learn? Did you learn that biological men can actually be women, right? Biological women? Is that what you learned? Because if that's what you learned, then you learned wrong, right? You learned something that was not actually correct. What did you learn? The only thing that you learn is that if you don't want to be attacked by the mob, then don't speak on these situations, right? That's the only thing that you learn. Because what you originally said was correct. There was nothing to learn. There was no learning experience to be had except, well, obviously she didn't know that she would get this type of backlash for making those comments, right? But it just goes to show you guys just the society that we live in. Like, we have a small group of people whose voices are so loud and so amplified that anybody who says anything about them, okay, that they don't like, regardless of whether or not it's factually correct or not, doesn't matter, okay, they are so loud that they force people to grovel and apologize to them every single time. It doesn't matter who it is, okay, unless you are like a staunch, conservative, Republican that's like pro free speech or whatever. Unless you're that type of person, every single last one of the people that offend the mob, they always